Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of testing out Mondo Llama art supplies. If you did not see part 1, I will link it down below, but let's go ahead and get into the supplies that we have for this video. Starting off first, I have this 24 count of acrylic paints coming in at 20 bucks. It looks like there is a decent little array of colors just off a quick first glance, but they're in these cute little tubes, so excited to bust these out. Next up, I have the 24 count of watercolor brush pens. These are also coming in at a price point of 20 bucks. The packaging is super cute. It's got like this watercolor wave going on in the back. So very appealing, hence why I bought almost everything in this set. Next up, I have this 35 count watercolor set. Again, the packaging is super cute. It just makes you want to pick it up and take it home. This does come with 2 watercolor brushes. Also, something I didn't know is it also has the watercolor pad in it, and this was only a price point of $10. I also picked up these washable paint sticks. I had never seen these before. It says they can be used on paper, canvas, and wood, and they come in at a price point of 10 bucks. So very excited to see how these kind of work on paper and just to kind of explore a new medium. And then lastly, for 5 bucks, I did find these artist brushes. And then what I thought was super cute is on the back, it has every brush and it shows you how the brush stroke is. So I thought for 5 bucks, that is a really cool detail that they included. And then I will be using this mixed media pad that I used in the last video to see how the different mediums are on this paper. So let's go ahead and get to swatching. So first up, I want to go ahead and open up these artist brushes. Look at that gator. That alligator looks sick. All right, so we do have 7 brushes. Look at that. They are color coordinated with the rainbow. Super cute. Let's just pick up a random one. So just like they said, there is a very synthetic feel to these. They may even need to be separated a little bit just from sitting in there. But they are labeled and color coordinated. So again, for a $5 price point, I think that is super cool. Got the medium round, small round, medium angle, small angle. I think the fact that this set has a small angle and a medium angle is pretty badass. Medium filbert and a small filbert as well. And if you really wanted to, you could use the case that it came in as a little drying rack. There is some room in between here, so you could kind of use that to dry these if you wanted to. But now that we have these open, let's go ahead and open up the acrylic paints. So here are the colors laid out. I guess for 20 bucks, I don't think it's that bad. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start with this. Oh, this looks so pretty. Damn, I always get paint on myself. So I got distracted talking. There is a little puncture thing on the cap, so you could use that to just and open that top. So we'll do that on the next one. All right, so let's go ahead and get this mixed media pad out here. Again, this is for watercolor, gouache, and acrylic paints from our last video. And I'm not really sure why, but I'm being really called to the small rigger brush for some reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with that one. Now I did have a paint tray around here somewhere. I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put some on this paper and we'll just do it that way. First impressions, these feel really good, actually. I don't the coverage is going on very smooth. The brush actually feels a lot better than I thought it would. I still think maybe give it a wash and let it sit, just kind of reactivate those bristles a little bit. But I don't know, I'm kind of impressed with how this actually feels. Look at the color too. I think that is a really great color. And we're choosing a new color, so let's go ahead and choose a new brush. I'm gonna try this medium angle. I'm gonna go with this purple. And again, I'm just gonna kind of put some on here. Let's kind of see how this little angled brush does. I mean, again, I think for $5, like, these paintbrushes are pretty good. There was not choices like this when I was a kid, for sure. So I think, you know, the brands are on the cheaper side have definitely stepped it up over the years. I think the purple is a really good color. It seems to not be as opaque as the, what the hell was the name of this color? As the Viridian. But I mean, it's still very buildable. And, you know, again, I think for getting 20 colors for $20, I mean, that's pretty good. So far I am impressed. And normally I would swatch every color, but I think to kind of save some time so you guys aren't like bored with a bunch of swatchings again, I'm just gonna kind of leave it at this, and we'll just kind of come back to these when I need to use them for the drawing at the end of the video. And while I have these brushes out, I found these tempura washable paint sticks. I have never seen this medium before. These are very, very interesting. Apparently you can use them on paper, canvas, and wood. And it says you just draw directly onto the craft surface, and you can create a watercolor effect by adding water to it. All right, so here's what it looks like. I mean, just what it says. It is like a little paint stick. Let's just see. Okay, these are super sheer, but you're supposed to be, oh wow, no, oh my God. So prior to using these, I did watch a couple of YouTube videos of other artists using these and also using better brands. And when they went to go like smooth these out, they like smooth around on the paper. Whereas like these seem to be like just coming off entirely. I mean, if you layer them a little bit more, that was a little better. Maybe if we try a different color. Let's try this little Cosmo and Wanda action in here. Oh, that color is pretty cool. Let's see how this... They definitely blend better when, you know, there's like more of it like layered on together. Let's see if we can make a green. Let's kind of like combine these two colors together. So we'll kind of do like this number, and then here is the blue. We'll kind of start off over here. Not the best green so far, but let's see if we can kind of like smooth these together. I mean, it kind of made green, but definitely you can kind of see, you know, where this started and stopped when I put it on initially. So I would say at least this brand and how cheap they are, this would just be for a very small young child that's kind of looking to have fun. These are not my favorite so far, but we'll see if we can incorporate them into what we do later. Before we move on from these, let me go ahead. It says that you can add some water to these bad boys. What is happening? Oh no. Ugh, what is this? This is not working for me. Let me try the brown, because that's like, there's a bunch of pigment. Maybe it's like, I mean, that one's working better, but I mean, you can clearly see the outline. Maybe if, you know, you like wet the end of the paintbrush and put it on here, it would apply a little bit better onto the paper. But all right, moving along, and this supplies up next. We have these watercolor brush pens. I'm very excited to see how these work. I've only really used like Arteza in the past, so I haven't had a ton of time to really play with watercolor brush pens, and I don't know, I've never been like super drawn to watercolors, but I've been trying to get into it more lately. It does come with 2 watercolor brush pens, and they feel, I mean, they feel like they're pretty decent quality, and I think that that's a good touch that they, you know, that they added those in there. First look, here is our color range. There are some bright colors in here. Wow. Let's try this like funky pink purple. Let's see. I'm gonna take this little rigger brush again. Ooh, okay, so that's not good. I don't know if it's a combination of the paper or the quality, but you guys can see this, the ink is like immediately sucking up the water and creating like a really harsh line right here. And it's a little hard to like get that to go away, especially like say you're just trying to like feather out, you know, like this side. It just seems like the water was just like sucked in over there. Let's try to do like a little leaf or something. All right, so I just did a quick little leaf thing off camera, so I'm just gonna go back and try to test out this brush. Honestly, from the initial laydown of the water, I really wouldn't recommend adding more water. If you guys can see, like it's pretty like bled out. This seems to be drying a little bit better, so that's nice. We'll kind of just use this to blend out. It's definitely picked up a lot of the color. So I definitely need more practice with these pens just in general, but this particular brand seems to be bleeding a lot, so maybe it'll dry a little bit better, but let's go ahead and move on to the next item. And lastly, I am excited to open this cute little kit. Like I said, it does come with 2 brushes and a little paper pad. I think that is super adorable. Cut this little side off. Look at the little paintings on the back too. So cute. And again, as mentioned on the other paint brushes, I think it's super cute that they show, you know, all of the colors you're getting and the stroke of the brushes. Pull this out. Oh, I wish I had stuff like this as a kid. This is just so freaking cute. All right, and then look how cute this little case is. And then we've got the 2 little paint brushes. I think this is a good little color set. This is a little more impressive than the watercolor pens. You know, you've got all these different warm tones, cool tones. You've got a few neutrals over here. So I think the in-between colors on this set are really, really nice. Also, you could use this little tray. It's got these little dividers. You know, you could mix your different colors inside of here and then wipe it out when you're done. So now, of course, we're gonna have to try out this paper. Let's see. I'm gonna go with this little thick boy. I think this is like a super cool like tan color. I think that's badass. I need to bring in my little like to activate these, which would definitely help. Definitely need some more water. Now this type of textured paper, it may not be for everyone. You know, there's obviously so many different types, but the fact that it's included in with the colors, and it really does make a difference, you know, to have that heavier paper. There's no like initial thought, I don't see like any like buckling or, you know, like bubbling or anything like that. I'm going with like kind of a darker little brown here. Oop, okay. We're gonna need some more pigment. These colors are really pretty. What the heck? Let's try this like purpley color. Maybe we could do like some grapes. Again, I'm not gonna swatch every color in this video just to kind of save time and get to the point, but this is such a cute little set. I think for 10 bucks, this is a super win of a watercolor kit. All right, guys, so I have been playing around kind of with what I want to do, and I came up with this. I actually found this artist right here online, and it is this artist right here, Matthias Arts 777. I will try to link them below, but I do want to give them obviously full credit. So obsessed with this drawing. And then I also took this drawing to kind of like combine the two, and that is how I came up with this. So definitely very much in the style of that artist. And then this is one of his newest shirts. I think for the watercolor, this kind of like cartoony effect will be really cool. I'm gonna transfer this image onto some paper and then we'll get started and hopefully it will be a bomb-ass picture. Instead of using the mixed media $8 pad, I'm gonna use the watercolor pad that came with the watercolor. So I have traced the drawing onto the watercolor pad, so let's go ahead and bust out some of these colors. Alright guys, sorry my phone died, so I didn't get to go through the whole process, but I have some hair laid down, some shading in the skin tone, so let's go ahead and keep on trucking. Alright guys, so here is the finished product. It is definitely not my favorite painting I've ever done, but it was fun to explore everything in part 2. I was kind of going for like a little tie-dye watercolor effect and just, you know, like an overall weird little background. And then I just kind of did like a little smudge effect around as like the border, just kind of like more of like a messy, fun, cartoony effect. I think overall I would recommend these products for a younger artist. However, there are 2 things from this part 2 that I would recommend that I think that you could elevate, and that is going to be the watercolor set and the acrylic paint set. I think out of everything that we tried, these 2 were definitely my favorite, and I think that I could do a little bit more with them. So let me know down below what was your favorite thing that we tested. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.